Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you taking the time out to watch the video. Let's take a look at the latest gaming and PlayStation news, rumours and leaks. In a recent interview with Nikkei, Hideo Nishino, the head of platform business group at Sony Interactive Entertainment, reaffirmed that despite Sony's increasing presence in the PC and mobile gaming markets, consoles will remain central to the PlayStation business, which is fantastic and it's what we want to hear. And while Sony is branching out into these other areas to reach a wider audience, Nishino did emphasize that the ease of use and streamlined experience that PlayStation consoles offer will continue to be their unique selling point. It will be their center of their strategy going forward. One of the most notable aspects of Nishino's comments was his comparison of gaming experiences across different platforms. He noted that while mobile games often rely on ads from monetization and PC setups can be cumbersome, PlayStation consoles provide a seamless plug-and-play experience. As soon as you power on the console, you can access the content you've purchased without relatively any hassle, and you can get on and play the games. Moreover, PlayStation's digital storefront is designed to offer an intuitive, user-friendly shopping experience where products are presented clearly with an easy-to-navigate layout. This focus on simplicity and accessibility is a key differentiator for PlayStation in an increasingly fragmented gaming market. However, Sony isn't ignoring the potential of other platforms. By expanding its portfolio to include PC games, the company aims to tap into a broader customer base. Still, the backbone of its business will always be consoles, a fact underscored by their latest announcement, which is the PS5 Pro. And speaking of the PS5 Pro, this next-gen upgrade is set to release on November the 7th, 2024, retailing for $699 both in the US and £699 in the UK. This upgraded console will offer superior resolution and frame rates compared to the standard PS5, providing gamers with an enhanced experience on titles optimized under the PS5 Pro enhanced label. The PS5 Pro will boost performance of over 8,500 PS4 backward-compatible games, offering improved stability and overall gameplay quality through its Game Boost mode. For gamers, this means a more immersive and fluid experience, particularly for those who want to maximize the visual and performance potential of the games. The release of the PS5 Pro also signals Sony's commitment to staying competitive in the console market while catering to gamers who demand the best in terms of hardware capabilities. I think it's great that Hideo Nishino has come out to re-emphasize that console gaming is definitely at the heart of PlayStation's strategy going forward. Console gaming is hugely important to me and many gamers out there. I love it and I much prefer it over other forms of gaming. I mean, for me, the idea of coming home and putting on the PlayStation and Xbox from time to time and sitting in front of my TV, that's a great experience. I don't want to mess about with PC and handheld as my number one preferred choice. I don't mind them as additionals, but my preference will always be console gaming. And I understand the console gaming is changing and that PlayStation will be putting their games onto PC over time. I've mentioned this before on several videos. In all honesty, I don't really have a problem with that. However, so long as their priority is to release single player games first onto the consoles, onto the PlayStation console, then there is no issue. There's no problem because it keeps the console relevant, right? With the games that go onto PC at a later date, that's fine. It keeps the console relevant. And by releasing games onto PC afterwards, it helps support the devs and it exposes the games to a wider audience who may in the future buy a console, or they may just keep an eye out for that game to hit PC at a later date. But let's move on, guys. In a surprising turn of events, Sony may have inadvertently hinted at a wireless version of its PSVR 2 headset. During the rollout of a major PS5 system update, a new Welcome Hub feature was introduced, designed to help users monitor the battery levels of the accessories that they have with the PlayStation. However, some eagle-eyed fans noticed something quite unusual in a screenshot shared on the PlayStation blog. The screenshot was of a battery icon for the PSVR 2 headset, which is currently a wired headset. The small detail quickly sparked speculation within the PlayStation gaming community. While the PSVR 2 is connected via a physical cable to the PS5, the presence of a battery icon has led to some gamers wondering if Sony is working on a wireless version of the PSVR headset, or even, perhaps, its successor, maybe a version 3. To make matters more intriguing, Sony promptly replaced the screenshot, which only fueled further rumors about the wireless PSVR 2. It's entirely possible that this was an oversight. Somebody made a mistake in the design team who was responsible for for creating a mock-up image, and the battery icon was mistakenly included within the update. However, given Sony's history of innovation in virtual reality, the possibility of a wireless PSVR 2 headset is an exciting prospect for many players. After all, one of the biggest drawbacks of a wired VR system is the physical limitations imposed by the cable, which can reduce immersion and movement. A wireless model could significantly enhance the VR experience, offering players greater mobility and a more immersive gameplay environment. One of the things that stopped me from picking up PSVR 2 headset is the fact that it is tethered to the PS5. You are limited by that cable in terms of movement. Now, if it was wireless, a whole new ball game, right? A whole new level of immersion. And to be completely free and not to be wired to a PS5 is a massive step up in the right direction for the PSVR 2. Then we're probably talking about battery life and so on. So that's a whole different conversation for another video. But interesting to see what's happening with this space. Was it a mistake by a designer that they included the battery icon in the image, or did somebody actually make a mistake and include the image when they shouldn't have included the battery icon because it was something that Sony were preparing for in the future? Time will tell, but keep an eye on this space. Let's move on. Ever since the PS5 Pro reveal, quite a few so-called tech experts, mainly from Team Green, have come out and managed to build themselves a PC equivalent to the PS5 Pro, with some ridiculous builds. I mean, some of the discord and conversation around this topic is quite embarrassing from those that have come out and claimed to have built a PC for less than the $700 price of a PS5 Pro. I mean, they really need to stop. They didn't have much credibility, to be honest, prior to this, but with the level of garbage that's been posted, they pretty much have zero credibility now. The ongoing debate whether the PS5 Pro offers better value than a gaming PC has been reignited thanks to a recent analysis from tech expert Richard Ledbetter of Digital Foundry. In an interview with IGN, Ledbetter weighed in on the cost comparison between Sony's mid-gen console upgrade and equivalent gaming PC, ultimately concluding that the PS5 Pro offers more bang for your buck. Ledbetter highlighted that building a PC with similar specifications to the PS5 Pro would require a GPU equivalent to the NVIDIA RTX 4070, which alone costs around $540 or £480 in the UK. From there, users would also need to factor in additional costs of components such as the CPU, motherboard, memory, storage, power supply, and other peripherals like keyboard, mouse, monitor if you are starting from scratch. But when you add up all these costs, the price far exceeds the PS5 Pro's $700 retail price. And while some will argue that PC builders can save money by purchasing used parts, you have to remember the PS5 Pro is brand new. If you want to go down the used route, Ledbetter also pointed out that used consoles will be out in the marketplace as well. So you might not have to pay $700 for a used PS5 Pro. It might be $500 or $400, right? If you're going to go down the whole used components bit to build a PC, well, you wait a little while, you'll get a used PS5 Pro for around $400, $450, $500. Also, the argument that PC gamers may already own peripherals is also applicable to console owners who, many of them have existing accessories like controllers and headsets. Ledbetter's final point does strike at the heart of the debate. PS5 Pro owners can't easily transition their existing PlayStation library onto a PC. Those already invested in the PlayStation ecosystem, the value of upgrading to a PS5 Pro is clear, as it allows them to carry over their entire gaming library seamlessly. But in contrast, if you're building a PC and you're starting from scratch, it's going to be a tougher transition, both in terms of hardware and software. You don't really have a gaming library for PC. While high-end gaming PCs might offer more flexibility and customization options, it will probably come at a significantly higher cost. So the PS5 Pro, on the other hand, is designed to deliver top-tier gaming performances at a fraction of the price, making it an attractive option for gamers who prioritize value and ease of use. And let's not forget, the PS5 Pro is an option. You don't have to buy it. Suppose if you're a hardcore gamer or an early adopter like me, the chances are you'll probably get yourself PS5 Pro, either at launch or when you can get your hands on one soon after launch. If on the other hand you have a PS5 base model or a slim model, then if you're content with that, then that's absolutely fine. There's no need for you to go ahead and get the Pro. No one's forcing you to get it. You're still going to be able to play the game that are made for the PS5 on the original model. It's just that they'll look and play better on the Pro. PS5 Pro is going to sell out. You can mark my words. You won't be able to get yourself a Pro. It's going to be very similar to how the PS5 originally launched. You just couldn't find one anywhere. It's going to be wild. Whether you agree with the pricing or not, they are going to sell out like hotcakes. Okay, moving on. So apparently Sony is already hard at work on the PS6. A Reuters article has revealed. So the exclusive report looks at the story of Intel and how allegedly Intel lost the contract to manufacture chips for the next-gen PS6 PS6 console. Talks between Sony and Intel reportedly took place in 2022, with AMD ultimately winning the lucrative Sony deal. While the article focuses heavily on the impact to Intel, it does reveal that backwards compatibility is of enormous importance to PlayStation. Moving from AMD, which made the PS5 chip, to Intel would have risked backward compatibility, which was a subject of discussion between Intel and Sony engineers and executives, the sources have said. Apparently, if Sony had selected Intel, it would have been a lot costlier and have taken engineering resource to ensure backwards compatibility, making AMD a much more appropriate partner. PlayStation also disagreed with Intel on price, the Californian company wanting to take a greater profit on each chip sold. Discussions already occurred over a period of several months and involved CEOs, dozens of engineers, and many other high-profile executives. In the end, Sony selected AMD to manufacture the chip for the PS6, which is now presumably deep in development. And we're seeing some of the architecture come out now for the PS5 Pro. One can assume it's going to be another level up when the PS6 comes out. While the next-gen console is currently unannounced, we'd expect it to be officially revealed probably in 2027 for release in 2028, 4 years after the Pro. Last week, Sony revealed the PS5 Pro, which is designed to expand the life cycle of its current console by providing a more powerful option. Good to hear Sony focusing on backwards compatibility features. Does that mean we are going to be able to play PS4 and the PS5 games on the PS6? Time will tell, but probably a bit too early to be talking about the PS6 when we have PS5 Pro to talk about. Anyway, let's move on. So Jeff Grubb, a regular source when it comes to predicting Sony's State of Play events, he's once again stirred the pot by suggesting that the next broadcast, the next State of Play, could take place around September the 24th. Grubb, speaking on his Game Mess Mornings podcast, hinted that this timing aligns perfectly with the start of the Tokyo Game Show, which kicks off on September the 26th, and reportedly the date that you can pre-order your PS5 Pro. According to Grubb, this upcoming State of Play won't be a fully fledged showcase, but rather a smaller event akin to last year's broadcast. Fans are curiously optimistic about what this State of Play might bring, particularly as it could offer new insights into long-awaited titles like Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, which has been confirmed to feature heavily at the Tokyo Game Show. There's also speculation that we might finally get news on the next Resident Evil installment from Capcom, which has also been heavily rumoured to feature. However, Grubb warns expectations should be tempered. He pointed out that Sony has been notably reserved this generation so far, with fewer major showcases and big announcements than fans have come to expect. As Grubb commented, people are going to set expectations low again, noting that some fans are beginning to grow impatient, waiting for news on highly anticipated first-party titles like Ghost of Tsushima 2 or the new Naughty Dog game. While Sony's tight-lipped strategy may frustrate some, it's important to remember that the company has a history of dropping major announcements unexpectedly. So, for example, Astrobot was released within 4 months of its announcement. So while fans may feel like they're a bit in the dark right now, there's always a possibility that Sony may prepare some major surprises behind the scenes. I also feel Sony has an opportunity now to give gamers a chance and a reason to buy a Pro. So I think if they have the showcase, and if it does go ahead on the 24th, I think Sony will showcase some games being played on the PS5 Pro, and it will give people a reason to go ahead and buy the Pro. Now, whether they're going to be new games or games running better, enhanced, I don't know, but they certainly need to show more gameplay on the PS5 Pro to give people an idea of what the games look like in their highest format. I mean, by the time the showcase comes out on the 24th, Sony's going to be hoping that when pre-orders go live a couple of days later, if indeed the showcase is on the 24th and pre-orders go live on the 26th, that they show games running on the Pro to get people excited about the pre-orders. And let's hope that the upcoming State of Play delivers some exciting news and that it won't be another letdown like the recent events that Sony has laid on. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you on the next video.